Hi there guys, welcome to Dino's World, and surprise, I have an absolute beauty in the frame. This is the Honda Rebel, something I had yearned to get my hands on for years because this is something very unique, very special, enjoys a cult following unlike any other. It's a bobber concept with a cruiser kind of comfort packed into it, and that coming from Honda with a tried and tested parallel twin that is refined to the core. I mean, you get a cruiser that's beyond luxury or beyond perfection. And the Rebel hence enjoys cult following unlike anything else in the world market. Now, one look at it, you see the poise, you see the design, you see the perfection built into this smart looking, compact, new age bobber concept cruiser, and that is what you can call it, a badass bruiser, because look at the tires. You have chunky tires, you have 130 section tire up front and a massive 150 section tire at the back. These are 16 inches, so your proper chunky tires. They do choose to call it a bobber, but it would have been better suited with a little bit of a bobbed front fender. It is slightly longer than the regular bobbed fender, and but the design is flawless. I mean, it's picture perfect. Beat the LED lighting up front, just look at this. It looks so complete, so modern, so unique, so retro and so vintage all at the same time. So the coming together of the retro theme and the vintage heritage in perfect harmony, in perfect proportions, and to be able to satisfy the Gen Z is what makes the Rebel a true hero that lives up to its name. Because we have the other cruisers in the middleweight segment which try to match the kind of finesse this one has, but nothing comes close to matching the character. It's like you have the Jurassic Park franchise and you have the B grade dinosaur movies that try to mimic the original Jurassic Park franchise, but you can't match the original. So exactly, the Rebel enjoys hallmark of its own, benchmark of its own, that makes it stand out as the shining star in its segment. Now, without beating around the bush, let's quickly get to know about the specs. First of all, the way you sit, it's a very compact motorcycle and a very new age kind of a design for the Gen Z or people of all age groups. I mean, whether you are a young professional who has adopted motorcycling or the motorcycling lifestyle, or you are a proper old school rider who is looking for a reliable, comfortable cruising option and something that you can fill it, shut it and forget it, and just enjoy yourself munching miles across the highways. So this one is for people in every age group. I mean, this one defines the kind of versatility it brings to the cruiser segment, because not only is it streetable, it's also enjoyable on the highways, on the freeways, and at the same time on the canyon twisties as well. Now, the heart of the matter is the diamond frame. That's the star of the show, makes it a brilliant handling machine. And the lowered center of gravity, now it's 125 mm of ground clearance, so that's something you need to watch out for. But the lowered center of gravity gives you a sense of planted feel when you open up the throttle, and that is what puts a smile, instant smile on your face when you start riding the Rebel. Even the seat height, it's 690 mm, under 700 seat height, so it's so well sorted. And even the foot pegs. Now, usually some of the motorcycles, some of the brands, I don't name them, but they get an awkward foot peg positioning. They get the foot peg positioning wrong. In fact, it puts you in a very awkward position. This one doesn't. It's neither too upfront nor is it too rear set or center set. It's like perfectly set for that comfortable upright seating posture that is not going to tire you down even after you've been riding it all day long. Now, after talking about its form factor, let's talk about the elements. Now, the first thing that comes to you is the way it looks. Now, looks is something that actually captivates your senses or allows you to be attracted towards a motorcycle and then think about whether you want to go for it or not. But one look at the Rebel 500, just look at the lighting. It's so unique and so different in and of itself. Then you have this beautiful telescopic suspension, fully blacked out. There's no color option as of such. This is a fully completely built unit. This is a CBU imported straight from Thailand. So quality is top notch. The attention to detail is amazing and the fit and finish is top of the class. And then, of course, you have the always on headlamp with the always on in turn blinkers that enhance your visibility in foggy or rainy conditions. That's been a hallmark element of all Honda motorcycles of late. But you have a nice chunky telescopic forks to offer plush ride quality. I really wish I could swing my leg over and take it for a quick ride, but we got to wait for the actual test ride bike to arrive. So we are here at Honda Big Wing Top Line Bengaluru to feature this bike quickly for you guys. So the chunky tires offer supreme road grip even when you're cornering hard through the canyon twisties. And then you have a massive 290 disc up front. And you also have disc brake at the back with dual channel ABS watching your back even while you're riding on wet surfaces. Then you have a nice beautifully laid out tank. Now this is another design element that is unique to the Rebel family. The exposed frame and this kind of a teardrop shaped tank. Now this is not offering huge tank capacity as such, offers 11.2 liter capacity, but then for city commuting, for daily commutes, I think this is more than sufficient and will be a proper companion for those who really commute through chock-a-block city traffic, making finding your way through traffic or filtering through traffic an absolute breeze. But more than that, on the weekend rides, when you open up the throttle, the beauty of the chassis really comes alive when the high-speed stability comes into the reckoning. And similarly, the star of the show is the 471cc parallel twin engine. Now, this is the star of the show, and when the branding reads Honda, the engine does the talking and takes all the accolades away. So you have the 471cc parallel twin that puts out around 45.5 PS or close to 46 PS of max power and 43.3 Newton meters of max torque. Comes with a 6-speed gearbox. You have a nice metal, beautifully laid out brake distinct pedal here for the foot brake, and then you have an engine cover as well with the branding name Honda. And then you have a nice and short stubby exhaust, twin shock absorbers at the back. Again, these are the tires are nice and chunky, 16-inch wheels for the first time in this segment. And then you have a LED lighting at the back with kind of a jewel effect that really screams quality. Again, the pillion seat is something that is usable. It is not detached. It doesn't look awkward. The entire design comes together in perfect harmony to celebrate a cult classic. Now, as I told you, the seating comfort is top notch. The seat cushioning is bang on point because it's not too hard, and overly soft seats also tend to give you a buttache after long rides. So this is perfectly sorted. It is kind of humped in such that it gives you a little bit of lower lumbar support as well. Let's quickly listen to the exhaust note, because that is again absolute joy to hear the rumble come alive. It has that refined rumble that makes it stand out. You have a dedicated engine kill switch, hazard light switch, dual throttle cable for consistent, seamless and instant throttle response without any latency. And yeah, the mirrors are all well positioned as well, and you have a very neatly laid out instrument cluster with all the basic info. You have the gear position indicator, the clock, the fuel gauge. The fuel gauge is very important because many of the motorcycles are giving it a miss of late. So good that you have a fuel gauge, you have the ABS indicator, you also have the speedometer of course, and then you have a dedicated high beam flasher or a pass switch. So all this makes it a seamless design, a timeless design. I think that is something that has won hearts over time and made it an absolute legend. The Rebel 500, I think, is here to stay, especially in our Indian market. People who love cruisers for what they have on offer, especially the kind of matchless comfort they have on offer. I think the Rebel 500 is slowly but surely going to start winning hearts and then eventually going to become a blockbuster hit with time. All you need to do is swing your leg over and test ride it or experience it to understand the kind of matchless comfort and amazing riding experience it has on offer. So when you match the kind of timeless comfort and the kind of amazing performance or seamless performance or engaging riding experience, then the magic happens. Because when you have top-notch performance, the comfort takes a hit, or when you have matchless comfort or limitless comfort, the performance takes a hit. Well, seldom do you see a perfect blend of performance with utmost comfort being offered, and this is the symbol of that unique combination. The Rebel 500 is something that is going to put your smile on your face instantly. Take it for a longer test ride, especially on a highway or a freeway, where you can open the throttle and experience the refinement of the engine, and at the same time the refined aggression or the refined acceleration it has on offer, which actually is going to win your heart in an instant. Yeah, it's a liquid cooled engine, a massive radiator right over here, and the paint quality, the fit and finish is top notch. The seat height, as I told you, is very, very accessible, less than 700 mm, so it's around 690 mm. Ground clearance is something that you'll get used to. You need to watch out for a few speed breakers in the city, but apart from that, be the design, the value proposition, 5.12 lakhs ex-showroom is the pan-India pricing for a CBU coming straight from Thailand. I think that is a very good value. I mean, Honda have understood the formula of late. They are pricing their motorcycles really, really aggressively, be it this one, be it the NX 500, be it the Hornet 750, which is another motorcycle that I'm going to feature today, and then the CBR 650R with the E-clutch, or even the top of the line Hornet SP 1000, which is absolutely insane value. Can't wait to get my eyes on that beastly naked machine. But for now, this is the overview of the Honda Rebel. If you want to see more pure automobile content, stay tuned. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.